Now, taking a look ahead right now, the holiday season is quickly approaching. Some might call it the most wonderful time of the year, but unfortunately, it's not the case for everyone. And right now, the director of Denver Health's Restore program, Maria Gonsalves Schimpf, joins me in studio to talk about that. Maria, thanks for coming in. This is such an important topic this time of year. How much do people stress out around the holidays for all sorts of different reasons?
Well, it's so interesting. We feel so much pressure to feel celebratory and connected and festive during the season of light, and yet the reality is it can be really intimidating, and people really do suffer from the holiday blues. At the close of the year, we're often reflecting so much on losses that we've experienced of all kinds across the year, and we also know that many of us struggle with mental health conditions. And that being said, the National Alliance for Mentally Ill completed a survey, and we learned that 64% of people who experience mental health conditions say the holidays make them worse.
Yeah, so some people realize that they're getting stressed out and they have ways to help cope with that. But what are some signs that you might see in yourself or see in some family members or friends that they may not realize that they're really stressed out and they just need to take a little bit of a break?
Absolutely. So we know that we can feel stress reactions in our bodies. For some people, that's increased heart rate or inability to really experience themselves in real time. Also, we feel it emotionally. So sometimes that's rage or unexplainable sadness. We also experience it cognitively in our thinking. So we can experience confusion or overwhelm, and then of course in behaviors. So for some people, it's changes in appetite or withdrawal or isolation.
Okay, so if you notice this in yourself or in your loved ones, what do you do? How do you know the difference between, okay, this is just, say, a rough day at work, or this is an ongoing issue that I need to go address with a professional?
Well, you know, I think if our daily routines are impacted, that's always concerning. And of course, if we're isolating and withdrawing. So the holidays can actually be a time of extreme loneliness for a lot of people. And so just being on the lookout for one another and connecting to one another. So often people think they're connected when they're engaged in social media, but we know often disengaging from social media and actually reaching out and spending time with people help our anxiety and that sense of loss around the holidays.
Person-to-person talk or a conversation sometimes can just make a world of difference in people.
Absolutely.
Okay, Maria Gonsalves Schimpf, thanks so much. So important. Glad you're here to talk about it today.
Here's to the season of joy. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. My pleasure.